Hi, everybody. Today it's going to be round 6 of the 2016 Republican primary spinner battle, and we're down to 7. So it's starting to heat up now as we've already lost 5. So again, I appreciate the comments. I apologize if your pick has already been eliminated, or maybe your pick is still alive since the very beginning. But the spinner is going to give the axe to one of these 7, and we can get right into the spinning. So do whatever you need to make yourself comfortable. Let's start in Alaska. And there's only 3 electoral votes here, but that could be enough to put one of these over the top in the end. Here's the spin. Number 5. That's Chris Christie. He's the first one on in round 6. Next, let's head to the beaches of Hawaii, where we've got 4 electoral votes waiting. And they're going to be snagged by number 5. That's going to be Chris Christie. Christie so far shutting out everybody else. Let's see if he keeps it up on Washington. Here's 12 electoral votes. That is number 7. It's Jim Gilmore who surges into first place. Let's do Oregon. We've got 7 more votes. Who's gonna get 'em? Number 1, Carly Fiorina. How about California? Everybody looking for their number to claim 55 electoral votes. Who's gonna get 'em? Number 6, John Kasich, former governor of Ohio. Next, Nevada. 6 votes here in the Silver State. That's number 1, Carly Fiorina. Next, Idaho. We've got 4 votes. And those 4 are coming to number 7. That's Jim Gilmore. Next, it's Utah. It's 6 electoral votes. And that state is coming to number 1, Carly Fiorina with her 3rd state. Next, Arizona. 11 votes here, down at the border. Number 6, John Kasich. Kasich with a huge lead. Let's go to Montana. 3 electoral votes. And we've got number 6, Kasich again. Next, Wyoming. It has another 3 electoral votes, and it's also going to number 6, John Kasich. Kasich, the first 1 to 4 states. Let's do Colorado. 9 votes. Who wants them? Number 1, Carly Fiorina with her 4th state. Next, let's go back down to the border at New Mexico. 5 votes. Number 1, Carly Fiorina with 5 states already. Now we do the Dakotas. We've got North Dakota. 3 votes. Number 7. It's going to Jim Gilmore. How about South Dakota? Another 3 EVs. At stake, coming to number 4, that's going to be Donald Trump with his first state. Huckabee and Santorum still without a state. Let's do Nebraska at large. 2 electoral votes. Number 7, going back to Jim Gilmore. Nebraska's 1st congressional district. 1 electoral vote. And that's going to go in the Jim Gilmore column again. Next, Nebraska's 2nd. 1 more electoral vote. Number 4, Donald Trump. How about Nebraska's 3rd? 1 more vote for Nebraska. That's number 2. We've got Mike Huckabee. He's in on the action. Now we go to Kansas. 6 electoral votes. Number 1. That's going to go back to Carly Fiorina. Fiorina with a nice line of states here. Let's go to Oklahoma. 7 electoral votes coming to number 7, Jim Gilmore. Now we go to Texas. 38 votes. Santorum has 0, but 3 others still in single digits. Santorum looking for 3. Lots of votes here. This is a major spin. Who's going to get them? That is 6. It's John Kasich as he goes over 100, and he has a significant lead as he has the big states of California and Texas. Now we go to the land of 10,000 lakes. That's Minnesota. That's 1 electoral vote for every 1,000 lakes. And that is number 3, Rick Santorum. His number finally came up, and now he's ahead of 3 other candidates. Let's do Iowa. We've got 6. Who's going to get him? That's 2. It's Mike Huckabee. Next, Missouri. The Show Me State has 10 electoral votes, and they're going to go to number 6, John Kasich. Next, Arkansas. Mike Huckabee's home state has 6 electoral votes. That's number 4. That's Donald Trump. Trump now into double digits. Let's do Louisiana. We've got another 8. And they're going to be grabbed by number 6, John Kasich again. Kasich very dominant in round 6. Let's go to Wisconsin. 10 electoral votes. That's a decent amount coming to number 1, Carly Fiorina. If 10 electoral votes is not enough, we've got 20 here in Illinois. Who's going to get them? Number 4, Donald Trump with a big state. Let's go to Michigan. We've got 16 votes here in the Rust Belt. That is number 1, Carly Fiorina. Next, Indiana has 11 electoral votes. Who's getting these? Number 5, Chris Christie. Christie now into double digits. Huckabee the only one under 10. Let's go to Kentucky. Here's another 8 electoral votes. Who wants them? 5, Chris Christie going back to back. Next, Tennessee. 11 electoral votes. That's a medium amount. Coming to number 2, Mike Huckabee. Everybody at least at 10 now. Let's do Mississippi. 6 electoral votes. And those are going to number 7. It's going to be Jim Gilmore. How about next door, Alabama? 9 electoral votes. Number 5. That's going to be Chris Christie. Now we go south to Florida. We've got 29 votes. Santorum in last place, followed by Mike Huckabee. This could be a game-changing spin. Let's do it. Who's going to get all 29? It's going to be number 1, and that is going to be Carly Fiorina. This time, number 1 having a much better round. Let's do Georgia. Here's 16 more votes in the Peach State. Number 6, John Kasich. Next, South Carolina. 9 electoral votes. Number 3, Rick Santorum, picking up a state. That puts him 1 ahead of Mike Huckabee. Now we go to the Tar Heel State, North Carolina. Here's 15 electoral votes. And they're going to go to number 6. It's John Kasich again. Now it's Ohio. It's Kasich's home state. 18 electoral votes. Let's see who gets them. That's 5. That's Chris Christie. Christie with a nice group of states right here. But now we go east to West Virginia, where there are 5 votes waiting to be snagged by number 2. That is Mike Huckabee. Huckabee ahead now of Santorum. Let's go to Maine at large, all the way in the corner. 2 electoral votes. And those 2 are coming to number 7, Jim Gilmore. Next, Maine's first. Just 1 electoral vote in this spin. And that's going to number 5, Chris Christie. Now Maine's second. There's 1 more vote for Maine, and that's coming to number 3, Rick Santorum. Next, it's the Granite State. It's New Hampshire. There's going to be 4 electoral votes in this spin. And those are going to number 2. It's going to be Mike Huckabee. Next, Vermont. There's 3 EVs in this spin, and they're coming to number 7. It's going to be another one for Gilmore. Now we've got New York, and there are a significant amount of votes here, 29. Rick Santorum in last place, followed by Mike Huckabee. No need to wait. Let's do the spin. Who's going to get him? Number 3. That is Rick Santorum. His number came up at the right time. Now Mike Huckabee on the bottom, followed by Donald Trump. Let's do Massachusetts. We've got 11 votes. Who's getting them? That's 4. That is Donald Trump. Trump with a little bit of breathing room. As we go to Connecticut, here's a lucky 7 electoral votes. That's number 5. That is Chris Christie, picking up Connecticut. How about next door, Rhode Island? 4 votes here in the Ocean State. Carly Fiorina getting close to 100. Next, it's the Garden State. It's New Jersey. Chris Christie looking for his number here. And it is number 5. That's Chris Christie, picking up his home state. Christie looking good for the next round. Let's go to Delaware. 3 electoral votes. Who's going to get them? That is number 1. That's going to be Carly Fiorina. She's over 100 now. Next, Maryland. That has 10 votes. Here's the spin. Who's going to get them? Number 3, Rick Santorum. Now we've got D.C. Here's 3 electoral votes. Who's going to win the swamp? That is number 6. It's going to be John Kasich. Now we've got 2 spins left. First is Pennsylvania. Mike Huckabee is on the bottom with 27. Above him is Jim Gilmore with 40. So Huckabee has to put up at least one of these 2 states. So he's looking for a 2. Gilmore hoping for a 7. Let's do the spin. Here it is. That is 3. Rick Santorum picks up his home state of Pennsylvania. Now we've got 1 spin left. That's Virginia. Mike Huckabee has to put up a 2 here. And now we've got a tie with Jim Gilmore, and we would go to a spin-off. This is Gilmore's home state. He was the governor here. The least he could do is channel some of that energy into not going out at the very end on his home state. A lot of suspense. Here's the final spin. 13 electoral votes. That is not 2, it is 6. And that is going to John Kasich. And that wraps up round 6. And John Kasich, very dominant, 175 for him. Second place is Carly Fiorina with a big gap at 101. Third place, Rick Santorum. He got going late on Minnesota, but he finishes with 79. Chris Christie at fourth at 75. Donald Trump lives to see another day with 41. Jim Gilmore second to last at 40. And the loser this time, it's going to be former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee. He cashes out with 27 electoral votes. He made it to round 6. It's not too bad of a run if you picked Huckabee. He put up some states, it just wasn't enough. He almost tied it at the very end, but Gilmore said no to that. Kasich with a monster total with the big states, but Fiorina did very well for being number 1. So we're starting to lighten the load a little bit. We're down to 6. It's going to heat up for round 7. Hopefully your pick will be there. If not, you could always pick somebody new. So let me know in the comments. Who did you have going out in round 6? Did you have John Kasich putting up 175? Hopefully you're having a great time on these battles. Let me know down below. On your way out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.